Hello, thank you for this purchase of Time Machine History 1607. I'm just going to try to troubleshoot a couple technology issues that come up with this game. So as you can see, this is a Google slide. You would share it with your students via Google Classroom, and you would make sure you want to make a copy for each student. So I'll just take you through it and kind of show you a couple things that can happen. So if you push present, I'm actually going to skip just to save time to the slide where they actually choose their character. First, choose your character. Powhatan Indian, English settler. So you heard it come on kind of slow. It depends on your Wi-Fi, but the video is here in the corner. I try to make it small and out of the way so students don't play around with it. So if the video is loading, it might take a while if you have a lot of computers on your Wi-Fi at the same time. If for whatever reason the student needs to play it again, it won't let you. So they can just kind of like go use the arrow right or left to go back. First, choose your character. Powhatan Indian, English settler. And the reason it won't let you is because anytime you click, it's trying to guess which slide you want to bring up next. And so it's very important that they click on the pictures or on the text that you'll see on the next slide, because if you just click in the middle, well, that wasn't a good example. If you just click where you're not supposed to click, it'll take you to slides number 1 that you're not supposed to go to. Oops. Sorry. I'm getting myself confused. So let me just show you how this would work. Going to the first slide where you choose your character, and let's say you pick Powhatan Indian. Alrighty. Okay. So number 1, it's springtime in Werowocomoco. You are asked to bring food back for the tribe. What do you bring? A, corn, beans, and squash. B, fish and berries. So it's very important that students click on the scrolls, not above it, because that'll take them to the correct next slide depending on their answer. So you'll know if a student is clicking incorrectly because you'll see an animation between slides. So you see how it kind of just flipped? If you see that, that means the student didn't answer correctly. They didn't click correctly. It's springtime in Werowocomoco. You are asked to bring food back for the tribe. What do you bring? A, corn, beans, and squash. B, fish and berries. So if you correctly click, there should be no transition. It should just happen automatically. Well, okay. And it didn't want to cooperate that time. There we go. So you can see it just kind of flashed, and it took them to the next slide. Okay, and it just works like that. There shouldn't be any flipping. Number 2, Chief Pallet. If they're slipping like this, it's wrong. So another problem is that if it doesn't load and students are trying to... Number 2, Chief... I'm going to pause that. If it doesn't load, you can see down here at the bottom, there's that gray bar sometimes. If it doesn't load and the kids are trying to like select the answer because they really know it and they really want to do it fast, you'll sometimes see that screen flip, and that means it's not really taking them to the correct slide. So you just have to tell the kids, let it load, give it a second to breathe, and then click. I found if you're more gentle, it works better. Whereas if you kind of just smack the keyboards, it is wrong. So Chief Powhatan asks you to trade items with the Monacan tribe. Which language should you try to learn to help you trade with them? I'm going to come out of it. A, Siouan. So the students go through, there's 15 questions for both the Powhatan Indian and the English settler. And at the last slide, they will tally to see how many points they earned, to see if they got out of the time machine. I've had trouble with Wi-Fi before, so sometimes it helps to partner students up to have fewer computers, on your broadband. That's one thing I would suggest. And as I said before, you just have to kind of be careful with how you select answers. Try to be gentle, and it usually works better. So I hope this helped to kind of troubleshoot a couple small issues that sometimes come up when students are using this game. Thanks.